You know what surprised me most in 3 decades of my clinical practice? It's not what my cardiac patients do that concerns me most, it's what they don't do. Specifically, they are not moving enough. They sit too much. And I'm not talking about sitting during meals or at the doctor's office. I'm talking about 10 and a half hours a day. Let that sink in for a moment. A fascinating study from the Netherlands just crystallized something I've observed countless times in my lifestyle medicine work. Researchers measured actual sitting time, not self reported, but objectively tracked in over 130 cardiovascular disease patients versus healthy controls. The heart patients, they were sitting more than 10 hours daily compared to about 9 hours for healthy folks. Now, an hour might not sound like much until you realize that's an extra hour every single day of your body essentially being parked. And here's the kicker, it's not just how much they sit, it's how they sit. These patients accumulate their sitting in long, uninterrupted stretches, what we call prolonged sedentary bouts. Think Netflix binges rather than breaking things up. In my clinical work, I often talk about patterns of behavior that become deeply ingrained, and sedentary behavior is no different. This study identified who's most at risk: men, people living alone, those still working, physically inactive individuals, and this one's important, people with cardiac anxiety. That fear of, will this hurt my heart, can paradoxically keep us glued to our chairs. Here's what this means for you. If you've had a cardiac event or you're in cardiac rehab, sitting time is as important as exercise time. The study found that standard cardiac rehab programs, which are excellent by the way, only reduced sitting by about 24 minutes a day. That's better than nothing, but we can do much more. The researchers found that most excessive sitting happens during these leisure time events, watching TV, using computers, just sitting. And the beautiful part, when people did reduce sitting time, they replaced it with light activity. Not running marathons, just moving, standing while talking on the phone, walking during commercials, puttering in the garden. The evidence is compelling. Replacing just 30 minutes of sitting with 30 minutes of light activity, and I mean light, like casual walking, reduces your mortality risk by 17%. That's not from becoming a fitness fanatic. That's from just not sitting. In my clinical experience, I've seen patients overcome addiction to substances far more powerful than their couch. So I know that behavior change is possible. But like addiction recovery, it requires awareness first. Most of my cardiac patients don't realize they're sitting 10 plus hours a day. They genuinely don't know. So here's your actionable takeaway. If you have heart disease or you're recovering from a cardiac event, track your sitting for 3 days. Just notice it. Set an alarm every hour if you've been sitting for 30 minutes straight. Stand up, walk to the window, do anything but sit. Your heart will thank you, not because you're exercising more, but because you're sitting less. As always, I'm Dr. Ferghal Armstrong. Move more, sit less, and live better.